Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of our Happy Home Paradise journey. Today is very exciting because we get to work on our very first facility, which is the school. But first, before we can work on the school, we have to design 2 more vacation homes. So let's get started. We had a few good options, some questionable ones, but the office seemed the most enticing to me, so I went with that. First up, I am actually decorating the outside for once. I decided to make the outside kind of like a city because, her home is going to be an office. I just want to say, what a terrible idea for a vacation home. Like, you're on vacation, I assume, from work, and you want an office to do more work. Maybe Syndey is just really dedicated to her job. Alright, here's the outside, all done. Let's pretend that the outside of Syndey's house looks like an office building, and let's head inside. Here are the mandatory items that Syndey requested: a planter box, a garbage can, and a document stack. Again, we have not unlocked room resizing yet, so I had to get a little bit creative with how I placed things. First, I was gonna try to fit in some desks facing each other, but there was a bit of awkward space at the bottom that I didn't know how to fill up, so I actually ended up making 2 office cubicles. I messed around with the placement of these cubicles until everything fit nicely. This is the placement that I ended up going with, and on the other side of the room, I'm going to put a little meeting area. While I was building this, I was imagining the office being a game studio, so I imagined Syndey is the artist, so Syndey's got a little box of art supplies in her cubicle, and I imagine she does digital art as well, and whoever works in the other cubicle is like a programmer, does coding and stuff. This might be useless information, but I just thought I would share what I was imagining while building this. It just adds a little bit of backstory to the build. By the way, the other cubicle belongs to Eloise. She is the programmer. With those final details in place, Syndey's office is done. I'm currently editing and doing the voiceover, and here it says that the title of the build is Working Vacation Home, so I might have taken the office thing a little bit too literally, so I take back what I said at the beginning of the video. I probably wasn't supposed to make an actual office. I was probably supposed to make like a work from home type office. But anyway, I do really like how this one turned out. I fit so much in here. We've got the 2 office cubicles, a photocopier, the meeting area, and a little water/coffee area. We don't have a coffee machine yet, so there's just a coffee cup, but still. Really proud of this one. With the first vacation home of the day finished, I went back to the island in search of another client. None of their ideas were really speaking to me, so I went with designing the basket room for, I forget her name, Bertha. Her name is Bertha, of course. This is the plot I chose for her, and let me say, it is so pretty. I had to take a few screenshots for inspiration because, wow. I'm of course going to decorate the outside of this one as well because I feel like it would be an insult not to. I went with a pretty natural looking backyard with lots of trees, bushes, flowers, and a dirt path. And I even put in a little table and chairs in the corner. I really love how this exterior turned out. I think it's gotta be the best one I've ever done. Alright, let's move on to decorating Bertha's basket room. The required items for this build are basket, basket, and basket. Since Bertha is obviously a huge fan of baskets, I decided to give her a bunch of the rattan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, I've never actually said that word out loud before, the kinda like basket woven furniture. I thought it would be very fitting. I also gave her a couple more baskets and the pet bed because it matches with everything else. Here is Bertha's basket room all finished. Again, I actually managed to fit in quite a lot into this small space. I think I'm getting better at this. She's got a little kitchen, a little living room, and a bedroom, I guess you could maybe call it. It's an open floor plan. I absolutely love this vine item, the hanging vines. I think you can only get it from a crafting recipe though. I will have to get that because I want it in my house. Back on the island, I went to talk to Lottie, and she told me that we can decorate the school now, so let's go do that. I wasted no time at all in choosing the colors for the outside. I already had my heart set on pink. Having unlocked the school means that we now have room resizing. I am so happy! Alright, let's get started on designing the classroom. I'm starting off by putting down some of the basics, and I don't know why I did this right now, but I put down a bunch of wall decorations that I want to use. It took me a while to figure out which flooring and wallpaper I wanted. I ended up using these pink wall panels with this window wallpaper as the accent, and I went with this pink wood flooring to match the walls. Instead of actual desks, I am going to be using these project tables. I use these in the art room in my school on Starlit. I feel like it makes the classroom look a lot more cozy and more welcoming. So yeah, I'm placing 4 of those, and 2 students will sit at each table. I explored my chair options a little bit. I really wanted to use pink chairs, but I couldn't really find one that fit well with the tables. I ended up using these green school chairs, but in the end, they actually fit really nicely with everything, so I'm really happy about that. Now I'm adding in some more school-esque decorations, such as a cabinet, lockers, that magazine stand, and this TV on the table is supposed to be one of those rolly cart TVs, you know? You know when the teacher leaves and you hear the TV cart rolling towards your classroom that your class is in for a treat. Bill Nye the Science Guy, Bill. This classroom is definitely giving elementary school vibes, and I'm loving it. It feels so nostalgic. I gave the classroom something that I had always dreamed of having, which is a class pet. This class gets a hamster, and later on I also add a fish. I always heard about other schools having class pets, and I saw it a lot on TV shows that I watched growing up, and I was so disappointed when absolutely none of my classes had a class pet. I feel like I really missed out, so please tell me your class pet stories if you have any. I would really like to read them. Alright, the classroom is finished and now it's time to choose a teacher. I chose Eloise, she just seemed like the best candidate for the job. I didn't know exactly what to name the school, so I took inspiration from the green chairs and called it Jelly. I don't know, I might rename it in the future, but for now, at least it's something. Now it is time for the glamour shots. I am pretty happy with how this little classroom turned out. I especially like the wall and floor combo. I wish that we were able to have facilities on our main islands. I would love to have an actual building for a school on my island, as well as an actual cafe building, sorry Brewster, and a restaurant and another clothing shop that sells maybe different items would be nice. Plus, these builds would be an actual part of your island and people could actually like go into them, and your villagers would interact with them as well, and it'd be really cute. Like maybe a set time of the day when certain villagers have to go to school, and then when you chat with them later, they could tell you what they learned. Animal Crossing needs to hire me for their next game. Feeling very accomplished, I went back to the island to search for our last client of the day. Stylish and functional sounded pretty good, so let's design a home for Gloria. I didn't feel like doing the exterior this time, sorry, so we're going straight into decorating the inside. For this one, I went with more of a light and warm theme with yellow accents, totally ignoring Gloria's color palette, but whatever. I do end up moving things around quite a bit, but the room resizing really helped a lot. I don't really have much else to say about this one, so I will be back when it's all done. Hello, I'm back. Gloria's house is finished, so let's take a look. We don't really get a good view of anything in these shots, but hopefully you remember what everything looked like. I really like how the little dining area turned out, and also the living room. I think that green rug really pulled everything together. But yeah, I think this build turned out pretty decently. See this machine here? See it? In our next Happy Home Paradise video, we will be inviting some very special villagers to design vacation homes for, so please stay tuned. That is going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, it would mean a lot if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!